Detroit teenager Larkita Collier has strong women to guide her through life.
It's time.
Her 64-year-old grandmother, Bertha Adkins, is a constant companion, while her mom, Sandra, works full-time.
I think the wife did it.
I think the son did it.
The mother worked double shifts. Bertha basically watched the house during the day.
Did you do your homework?
Yeah.
Under their watchful eyes, 16-year-old Larkita is thriving.
Larkita Collier was on her way to being a successful person. She was doing very well.
But raising a teen is rarely smooth sailing.
Oh, what are you trying to do, knock me off my game?
I thought you might like it up close and personal.
Especially when they fall in love.
Maybe.
They met, it seems, at the very beginning of their freshman year in high school.
When Larkita meets 17-year-old classmate Sharon Patterson, things begin to change.
Larkita believed Sharon was the love of her life. They loved each other as much as teenagers can say that they love each other when they're 16.
But Larkita doesn't share her joy with her family. She sneaks Sharon into her home and her bed.
Sharon would sneak in and hide in Larkita's bedroom, and no one else in the household would know at first that she was there.
Sharon has no home of her own. She's been couch surfing for months.
She really didn't have a stable residence. Sharon would often spend up to a couple days in a row at Larkita's home.
But it's not a secret for long.
Wake up, sleepyhead. Lakita! Get dressed!
Larkita isn't the first young, promising teenager
No, we have to get up now.
whose life was derailed because they fell in love and wanted sex.
Now there's friction in the once happy home.
How could she do this?
You just have to tell her she has to go.
Larkita's grandmother strongly disapproved of her having a relationship with another girl like that, and her mother wasn't real happy about it either.
Her mom, Sandra, is at a loss.
How long has this been going on?
A few months.
You're too young.
Telling a teenager in love they have to break up with someone or get out is very risky business. You could end up losing your kid.
Sandra compromises, but with strict conditions.
Okay, she can visit, but she can't stay.
No more sleepovers and no unsupervised visits.
She's not welcome in this house if I'm not home.
Sandra was open-minded enough that although she didn't approve of it, she wasn't really fond of Sharon, she was going to allow it to happen.
But the two teenagers walk a fine line.
Sharon was a bad influence.
In there.
Okay.
There.
Oh, I'm coming. Okay, great. I'm coming about it. All right.
She had no home life, no supervision. She was like a wild animal.
Oh my God.
She didn't respect anyone, and that included Larkita's family members.
Soon, Sandra feels like she's losing her daughter.
Lakita!
She's pushed to her breaking point.
Clean it up.
We'll do it later.
Do it now.
Make us.
She didn't like Sharon as a person. She didn't like her attitude. She didn't like the way that she behaved at her home.
She is out of here.
No.
It got to a point where Sharon simply was not allowed in the house.
She's got to go. Mom, she has got to go.
You'll never keep us apart, old woman.
She was an unpleasant, angry young woman. Nobody would have wanted her around.
Lakita.
The fact that Sharon would not give an inch, and it was becoming a huge bone of contention.
Now, the teenagers totally rebel.
She wasn't allowed in the home, but Larkita didn't even respect that.
Grandmother Bertha had heard some noise, so she went down to see what was going on.
64-year-old Bertha Atkins is shocked.
You have to leave.
Lakita wants me here.
Lakita, you know the rules.
Any grandparent would be upset finding their grandchild having sex.
If you ain't out of here in 5 minutes, I'm calling the police.
It's none of your business.
To Bertha, that would have been an unspeakable violation.
That was more than she could take. She gave Sharon 5 minutes to get out of the house, or she was going to call the police.
Leave us alone.
I am warning you.
Okay, she'll leave.
But Larkita wants to be with her love, no matter the cost.
I hope she leave us alone. She never will.
With teenagers in love, every action is life and death. And in this case, it really was.
17-year-old Sharon Patterson
You have to leave.
is forbidden to visit her girlfriend, Larkita Collier. But it doesn't stop her. They decide there is only one way to settle this for good.
The girls were in love. Everything was life and death at their age. They had poor impulse control.
They were young, and they were in love, and they were very immature, and they were extremely irrational.
Bertha had to go. It was a stupid idea, but it felt right at the time.
All the pent-up frustration boiled over. And things got very ugly very fast.
There was no thinking beyond the anger that sort of consumed them in the moment.
On that day, September 17th, 2003, Sharon and Larkita ambush her grandmother.
It was very personal and very brutal.
But to realize that the granddaughter
I told you I was gonna call the police.
that she had loved and cherished for so many years, that girl was one of her attackers.
The pain would have been excruciating. She would have felt the first blow, the second and the third, maybe even the fourth, until thankfully, she became unconscious.
Larkita sacrifices her grandmother for a teenage love affair.
Larkita did not have a criminal past, and there was no history of violence. It's not uncommon when teenagers kill that it is the first time they were ever involved in any violent activity.
Her grandmother is dealt with, but now Larkita has another problem.
She realized that her mother would be home from work soon, and there was blood everywhere, and the grandmother is dead.
Teenagers are famous for not thinking things through, but Larkita brought it to a whole new level.
Keita went down and got the gasoline can that's in her house. She came back upstairs. She poured the gasoline on her own grandmother.
I think it was their intent to just make it seem like there was an accidental fire. This was their sort of 2-minute version of how do we get out of a murder.
With the house on fire, the girls leave. They catch a movie. A horror movie.
How do you do that? How are you so callous?
It's not something that you would expect someone after the act that they just committed to go see and casually go see like nothing has ever happened.
But the celebrations are premature. Before the credits roll, they're found out.
One of the neighbors that saw both of them shut the door and casually walk down the street.
When they set Grandma alight, it sets off an explosion. But the flames don't destroy the evidence.
When they put the fire out, they realized that at the core of the flames, there was a dead woman. And it wasn't an accidental fire death because she had a hammer embedded in her skull.
As the last people to leave the house, the girls are brought in for questioning, and their precious bond disappears.
They turned on each other, they blamed each other, and so when the pressure of the situation hit them, they both turned on each other immediately.
Sharon blamed Larkita. Larkita blamed Sharon. This is proof there's no honor among thieves, and especially among murderers.
In March 2004, Larkita Collier is convicted of first-degree murder and arson. Sharon Patterson is convicted of first-degree murder. Both are sentenced to life in prison without parole.
Neither of these girls might have ever killed anyone had they not met. But they did meet, and they did kill. Ah, young love.
Northern Ireland in 2008. During the week, 42-year-old Karen Walsh runs her own business in the Irish capital, Dublin.
Karen ran a very successful pharmaceutical business, and she was very well respected by her peers.
On the weekends, she and her family leave big city life for their new house in the country.
She was good-looking. She was educated. She was a successful professional woman, married to a successful man, and had a little boy. To the outside world, Karen Walsh had it all going on.
But behind closed doors, Karen is riddled with insecurities.
Although everyone thought very well of Karen, there were problems lying beneath.
She had hair extensions. She used Botox.
Darling, you look great. No, I need a top up.
She seems to have been quite vain.
And being a wife and mom isn't satisfying her.
She distanced herself from the responsibilities of being a parent.
You beat him.
Yeah, sure.
And she must have been feeling detached in many ways.
Karen prefers to spend her time out of the house. Her neighbor, Moira Rankin, welcomes the new friendship warmly.
Oh, top of the morning to you, Karen.
Moira was an 81-year-old widowed mother of 8. She was the real heart and soul of her family.
I've got a wee present for you. Oh, you
They seemed to get on very well. In fact, Moira had spoken highly of Karen and said she'd helped her on occasion.
What is it?
But soon it becomes clear there is something strange about Karen.
Vodka. It's very kind of you, but I don't drink much.
Karen visited Moira several times and always took a bottle of alcohol with her.
Come on, have a drink with me. Just a little one.
Moira didn't even drink, and Karen downed the whole bottle.
Thank you.
Karen reveals the side she keeps secret from the world. She is a raging alcoholic.
Her husband probably wouldn't let her drink in her own home, so she left and drank in someone else's home.
For years, she keeps her addiction hidden.
Nothing else in her life mattered. She didn't drink because she was under stress. Stress in her life was created because of her drinking. And she had to drink.
Moira is the perfect drinking buddy.
Who's there?
It's me, Karen.
Oh, for pity's sake.
Karen doesn't have to share.
Just here for a little chat.
Oh, it's not a chat you're after. It's a drink or three.
Moira's home had become a safe place for Karen to drink alcohol. Karen soon started making quite a nuisance of herself.
With Christmas approaching,
You're still coming over our place for Christmas Eve, right?
Of course. I'm looking forward to it.
Moira confides to her daughter that Karen's drinking is escalating.
Is that neighbor still bothering you?
Oh, she came over late last night.
Moira started saying to her family she couldn't quite understand why Karen was going round there.
No.
She was becoming a bit alarmed that Karen was turning up late at night and with whiskey.
Or at least she won't be annoying you on Christmas then.
No.
In the Walsh household, festive cheer is in short supply, along with everything else.
Karen had a very strange Christmas Eve.
She stayed in bed until noon. She hadn't bought any Christmas presents.
While Karen was consuming excessive amounts of alcohol, the alcohol was consuming her life.
Been all over the place.
She ended up rushing round to a local shop at 4 o'clock in the afternoon of Christmas Eve just to get some presents to give to her own son.
Santa almost didn't come.
Got what's important, though.
She didn't prepare at all for Christmas, but she made sure she had a bottle of liquor on Christmas Eve. That's how it was for her.
Karen finds her Christmas spirit at the bottom of a bottle, but soon she'll have more than a hangover to worry about.
Merry Christmas!
The most stunning thing about this crime is that it came out of nowhere.
Shut up.
She had gone into a murderous overdrive.
Newry, Northern Ireland, 2008. It's Christmas Eve, and everyone is at home with their families.
Hello? Oh, hello, dear.
Except 81-year-old Moira Rankin.
That Christmas Eve, Moira was supposed to go and stay with her daughter for the holiday. but she had a chest infection, so she stayed at home instead.
Down the street, with her family in bed, Karen Walsh's only company is a bottle of vodka.
Karen drank almost a liter of vodka over Christmas Eve. Her inhibitions were gone. The quantity of alcohol that she ingested would have caused most people to become comatose, yet she was still able to function.
Close to midnight, Karen appears in Moira's house like the ghost of Christmas past.
She got into the house. We're not quite sure whether she let herself in or the door was open or she had a key. And she went upstairs.
Merry Christmas! Heavens above, what are you doing here? I come to celebrate the birth of baby Jesus with you. Here, have a drink. Get that away from me. You don't sound too good.
Moira's patience has finally worn thin.
Get off me bed.
Moira asked Karen to leave.
You should be home with your family.
To stop drinking, and she chastised her, not only for her drinking, but that she wasn't home with her family on Christmas.
You have a 2-year-old son.
Shut up. Karen was stung by Moira's judgment, that she be a better mother, that she spend more time with her child, and that she not drink.
What sort of mother are you who gets drunk on Christmas Eve?
How dare you tell me to be home with my family on Christmas Eve?
Shut up, you old Betty!
In her drunken state, Karen's anger is uncontrollable and all-consuming.
Karen Walsh was seriously intoxicated. She would have had almost no impulse control.
She clearly didn't like the criticism, and she just snapped. She attacked Moira, pulling out her hair, leaving clumps of hair lying around the room. She then climbed onto the bed and got a crucifix that was on the wall and attacked Moira with it. She cracked 15 of her ribs.
Karen beat Moira so severely that she left a pattern of injury on Moira's chin. It was the crown of thorns on Jesus' head.
Now Karen must cover her tracks. Her liquored mind dredges up the blackest plan.
What she did then to Moira afterwards defies belief and takes her crime to a whole new level.
She sat on her chest, and she used the broken crucifix to sexually assault her.
Karen may have violated Moira with a crucifix to make the whole thing look like a sex crime. But she also may have done it because she saw Moira as a sanctimonious person, and she was going to teach her a lesson.
Karen passes out on Moira's bed. Several hours later, she's in for a rude awakening.
Karen woke up in the home of an elderly woman that she brutally murdered.
Karen tried to contact her husband 7 times from a phone in Moira's house, but some of the digits were wrong.
Oh, no.
She was in a real frenzy, in a state of absolute panic when she tried to phone her husband.
Karen returns home. But it's not long before the shocking scene is found.
Moira's body was discovered on Christmas Day by her daughter and her husband. And what greeted them as they walked into the house was a scene of absolute devastation.
I can't believe it.
Hoping to find a witness, the police question Moira's neighbors.
Karen insisted to police that she visited Moira for just half an hour, had a drink, and then went home after having hugged and kissed Moira. Happy Christmas.
But Moira's phone records give Karen away.
When police looked at Moira's phone, they realized that it had been that which had been used to try and dial Karen's husband's numbers in the early hours of Christmas morning.
And Karen leaves a telltale trail of evidence.
Karen's DNA was on Moira's chin and her body, and then, of course, the liter bottle of vodka that was still in the house.
Karen Walsh was definitely present at that death scene.
In 2011, a jury finds Karen Walsh guilty of murder and sentences her to 28 years behind bars. The burning question: did the demon drink make Karen kill? Or did the alcohol unmask the monster within?
Karen is the only person responsible for what happened. Alcohol and drugs open the floodgates for whatever is there to come out. If Karen Walsh is ever a free woman and drinks, run like the wind.
In 1973, Chicago. 16-year-old Patty Colombo loves her new after-school job, selling cosmetics. It's a chance to preen herself. The customers can wait.
Can I get some service, please? Sure, just a sec.
She was always acting, she was always performing. Aren't I sexier than everybody else? Aren't I more attractive than everybody else?
Patty.
Patty's antics catch the eye of the store's pharmacist,
I need to see you at the back.
Frank DeLuca. A married man, 20 years older than Patty.
Am I in trouble?
He doesn't discipline her. He seduces her.
Though Frank was a married man with 5 children, he certainly didn't act it. He was a hound, a skirt chaser extraordinaire.
He just was motivated by sex in every way that he possibly could think of. And that just opened up her whole world. In a sense, he helped groom her into her sexual behavior, but man, she took it and ran with it.
Hey, kiddo.
Hey, Dad.
It's good to see you helping your mom.
Someone has to.
Patty's parents, Mary and Frank Colombo, see a change in her behavior for the worse.
Got a call from the school today. Patty's skipping classes again.
But don't know the reason why.
They didn't like anything about the way she was behaving.
Why weren't you at school today?
I was working, Dad. School is more important, Patty. You're throwing your life away.
Her grades started to slip. She wasn't doing well in school.
I'm learning way more from Frank than I ever did at school.
Excuse me, little miss. We aren't finished yet.
Yeah, we are.
Patty was very narcissistic and felt, how dare anyone tell her how to live her life?
Patty's been a handful from an early age.
Look, Dad.
What do we have here? You're a very good princess. Work on that, okay?
Look, Dad. Dad, look, I'm still going.
Good, honey.
Dad, look.
For 6 years, Patty was the apple of her father's eye. the little princess. She ruled the household. And then her brother came along.
Patty doesn't like sharing center stage with her younger brother, Michael.
He'd come along and stolen her spotlight, and she didn't like it.
Patty, stop! Patty, pick those up now.
No!
At one point, Mary got furious, and she slapped Patty.
Pick those up right now!
No!
And she said, "You should know better. You're older." And Patty seethed.
To say sibling rivalry overtook Patty would be a profound understatement.
By her teens, Patty no longer craves her parents' approval. She only cares about Frank's.
She moved in with DeLuca and his wife and 5 children.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Marlon. I really appreciate it.
That's okay. Very welcome.
His naive wife thinks she's helping a teenager in distress.
I'm going to get the children.
Middle-aged Frank is the cat that got the cream.
He's married, he's got 5 kids. He brings Patty into his home and having sex with her.
Patty's dad wakes up to the illicit affair.
His concern is, obviously, as a father, this guy's 20 years older than his daughter.
He was a man at the end of his rope. From his point of view, this man, Frank DeLuca, had destroyed his daughter's life.
Frank Colombo confronts DeLuca at his work and brings a weapon.
And they start to argue back and forth.
DeLuca! Whoa, 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 whoa! Relax, man! Stay the hell away from my daughter!
Put the gun down, Daddy! Put the gun down!
Relax! Stay away!
He was furious, saying, "I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm just gonna kill him."
Despite his rage, Dad is no killer.
Frank Colombo butt strokes Frank DeLuca in the mouth with his rifle, and he knocks out his teeth.
And the next time!
This whole story is very Shakespearean. Love, hate, revenge, it's got it all. Shakespeare probably couldn't have written this.
"19-year-old Patty Colombo is plotting revenge against her father for assaulting her married lover. But she doesn't want to get her hands dirty.
So, these are the photos.
She recruits 2 heavies.
Patty wrote out dossiers, information about her mother, her father, and her little brother. Maps of the area. Diagrams of the house.
Patty can't pay them cash, but she has an offer they can't resist.
Patty used her good looks and sex to get what she wanted from men. But then again, that's all she had.
So, what's in it for us?
She started putting out for these 2 guys, and they were having sex with her for some months.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. One at a time, fellas.
And of course, they had no intention of murdering anybody. They just were getting sex.
You have to do this.
When Plan A doesn't work, Patty turns to her lover, Frank DeLuca.
You want to kill her, Patty? DeLuca!
He's reluctant until she reminds him of her father's violence.
She used it as the psychological bludgeon. She kept telling him, he's gonna come back and next time he's gonna kill you.
If you don't kill him, he's going to kill you.
Patty talks of a future together, funded by her inheritance.
Think of the inheritance. 250 grand.
They would get all this money, and then he'd have a happy life.
On the night of May 4th, 1976, Frank is ready to fulfill his teenage lover's desire.
Maybe he had simply gone too far, and he just didn't turn back. He should have.
A simple knock opens the door to hell.
They came rushing in.
DeLong, no! Why did Colombo?
Frank DeLuca shot Frank Colombo right away. They thought he was dead. They thought they'd killed him, but he kept moving. That's when Patty picked up the lamp and started bashing him with the lamp.
But that was just the beginning.
Patty's mother came out of the bathroom. Frank shot her right between the eyes. She went down without a whimper.
But Mom doesn't die instantly either.
So they wouldn't have to listen to the sound of her last breaths. Patty cut her throat as well.
Patty and Frank could have killed her family quickly and easily. But that wasn't what Patty wanted. Patty wanted to be medieval and beat them and mutilated their bodies.
Patty has no intention of sharing her inheritance with the brother she's resented from birth.
They went down the hall for Michael. And Michael was asleep. So they stood him up and shot him in his pajamas.
That wasn't enough, though. Patty took a sharp, pointed scissors, rolled him onto his back, and stabbed him 92 times.
Every time Patty stabbed her brother, she was saying, "I hate you, I hate you." Why? He needed to be punished. He committed the great sin of being born.
He's just a little boy. Michael only turned 13 just a few days before he was murdered.
As the sole survivor in the family, Patty is again the center of attention and more than willing to help the police.
I just want to find out who did this to my mom and my dad and my little baby brother.
She came in with all of this information, trying to direct the investigation. Here's people you should talk to. Here's what you should be concerned about. Not how people who've just lost their family would be reacting.
Do you have any idea who did this?
Maybe it was a mom hit.
But the forensics tell another story. A hair is found on her brother's body and could only be left by the killer. It's Patty's.
There's a single strand of Patty Colombo's hair that was entwined in the blood on his chest.
The only way the hair would have gotten onto Michael's bloody chest was if Patricia was there.
10 days after the murders, Patty and Frank DeLuca are arrested.
She was not anywhere near as smart as she thought she was.
The lovers are tried together. In 1977, Frank DeLuca is found guilty of 3 counts of murder.
He was the most banal, uninteresting person that you could imagine. He would have lived out a very mundane, life, but he met her. He turned into this mass murderer.
Patty Colombo is also convicted of murdering her mother, father, and little brother. The judge hands down sentences that fit the brutality.
They were each sentenced to 200 to 300-year terms with another 50-year term for solicitation to murder.
Frank probably would not have been involved in these murders, or any murder, had he not met Patty. Patty probably would have eventually killed her family, no matter who she was involved with.
She had the face of an angel, but a heart of stone. From an early age, all that mattered to Patty was getting her own way.
Patty had a DNA cocktail that, well, made her a psychopath. So running away or being mature about things wasn't the way to go. She wanted revenge, and she enjoyed it. This is a profoundly disturbing crime.